Yo, what's up, Alvi? How you doing? I'm doing all right. I'm trying to figure out uh, why my VS Code doesn't do the Git for VS Code doesn't work anymore. I think I might move this to like the number 4 spot. But yeah, I'm doing all right. Just gonna keep working on this rock paper scissors project. And then I have to do some interview preparation stuff, which I might do on stream, but I don't know if that's a good idea or not. It's not. It doesn't seem like it's really like anything secret or anything, so it's just front end stuff. Um, I don't want to dev in Windows. I want to dev in Linux. So why won't you work? I guess we could just delete the freaking thing and just copy it again. But this is a pain. I don't understand why. Oh. Um. Please clean your repository tree before checkout. Alright, I have to figure this out some other time. I'm just gonna delete the repository off of here and then just clone it again. I don't know why it's doing this, but whatever. You know, I didn't want that. So and plus I wanted to like work on myself and then eventually start a family. So I know I couldn't do that in the Navy. So that's why I left. Good question though. Mo, what is up, man? I got that interview. Um, and like I said, I mean, I was just applying to apply and then possibly get interviews for practice. I had no intentions of actually getting the job out of it, but I mean, yeah, I'm excited. There's some things I won't share it on stream, but there's some questions that they ask. Kind of like a prerequisite, like a not like a technical interview, but more like a written interview, and then I move on to another part of the interview session, or you know what I mean, process. So I am I'm excited, but we'll see how it goes. Everyone has that? Okay, right on. Is it true that people who don't know what they want in life go to the Navy? Um, I mean, I'm sure for some people have no other choice. It's not a matter of only people who don't know what they want, right? Some people were living in rough areas, so they had no other options, right? Their school system sucked, their grades may have sucked, their family life may have been bad, so they joined the military. Some people are like in the for the army. Some people may have been, I don't think convicted convicts, but like have charges against them or something. Um, and so they're like, okay, what can I do? I can't really get a job right now anywhere else. What can I do? The army takes a lot of people. So it's not only a matter of not knowing what you want to do. It's all kind of people in the military. All kinds. Excuse me one second. Yeah, people in poverty. Um, I was poor. I mean, I didn't really. My parents weren't poor, but I was. I was 18 years old with no money, 19 years old with no money, and I didn't like college. That's not what I wanted to do. I didn't like working a dead end job, so I was like, well, what can I do? And I joined the military. So it's definitely an option, and I never want to discourage anybody in any country unless it's some countries maybe you don't want to join the military if you have a choice, but um, if you live in a country where you can join and do a few years and get out and then live your life, I think it's a good option. 4 years or 5 years or 3 years in some countries' cases, maybe even two, go by really, really fast. So, um, just something to think about. If I could go back and do it over again, I would, but I would not have continued. I still wouldn't be in. I'd still get out again and I'd go do it again. It was just fun. A lot of fun stuff. A lot of crappy stuff too. All right. So here's my plan. Maybe you guys can help me understand this. So on the web page, I want on a timer. I don't know if this is even possible. What were the crappy stuff? Give me 1 second. I'll tell you some crappy things. On a timer or something, I would like it to go rock, paper, scissors, and then shoot. On shoot, I want, as it's counting, I want the images that I have here. You can't really see them, but I have an image of somebody's hand doing rock, somebody's hand doing paper, somebody's hand doing scissors, and I want those to appear on the web page. I think that'd be pretty cool. And also want like a score to be shown too. What were the crappy stuffs? You didn't really have a set schedule for your workday for the most part. Some days it can be, yeah, it's Ubuntu. Some days your workday can be to like, for me at least, it was like 3 o'clock, right? And in other days it'd be to like 7 or 8, but you start at 6 or 7. So you get paid. It's not hourly, right? It's, I guess you could say it's like salary. It's a pay scale. Um, but to kind of go back to the first point I made, it doesn't matter how many hours you work. You still get paid that same amount for those hours. So if you have a super short day, right, on like a holiday, and you just go in to sweep up some floors or something, and then you can leave, go back to your family or your room or whatever, your house, um, you get paid the same amount for that day, that whole day, um, as you would for a day where you work 24 hours. So basically, no overtime. Correct. There's at least in the U.S. military, I'm sure. Excuse me. Sorry, 1 second. There might be a country out there that has that. I can't imagine there is, but there might be. So no overtime. Um, a lot of times you may have bad leadership and you can't do anything about it. You can complain about certain things, but that's only if it's like really bad, like harassment and stuff. Otherwise, you just kind of have to live with it. Another reason I got out was because I had bad leadership towards the end. Dude almost got us killed, so I didn't like that. So it was like I was like, okay, I think it's time for us to get out. um, so yeah, I want the images to appear on the screen. Rock, paper, scissors, and then shoot. Yeah, it was not a good time. Yeah, imagine, right? I mean, you think about it, throughout the entire history of like man, as far as I guess you could say modern man, and when I say modern man, I'm talking from like 0 BC, just before that to now. Um, I guess that wouldn't really be modern, but you know what I mean. The age of man and war and everything. It's bad leadership has gotten plenty of people killed, millions, if not billions, at this point. So it ain't gonna change just because we're a little bit more advanced. It should a little bit, but it's still possible, unfortunately. Technically, if you think about it, leadership is not just the guy right above you; it's everybody above you. So my leader at the time, he was taking orders from his leader, and then that guy was taking orders from his leader. That guy at the tip top, the president, for in our case, could have gotten me killed for some stupid operation or whatever. It's just really weird when you think about it, and I don't like that. I don't like having somebody else's control of my life like that in that sense. They can send me to live or die. And it became very real once I actually deployed. It wasn't real when I was back in the States. It felt like I was just working a normal job. But when I deployed, it became very real. Very real. Uh I won't say. Yeah, very disposable. It's kind of like what is it? The term expendables, disposable, expendables, same thing. It's very much the case. How about continent? Um, I mean, Middle East. That's all I'll say though. I'm gonna talk more about that particular portion of it right now. Essentially, yeah. I think what the yeah. All right. So how would I make that? This isn't the same HTML I had yesterday. Did I not save that to GitHub? Front end, HTML. It did. It's on GitHub, but it's not showing up here. This might be what you need. Node.js. Not sure if you're looking for Node. If you're using Node. Okay. Timeout. Timers in Node and beyond. A timers module Node. Thank you for this link, by the way. I have it pulled up on the Windows portion. I have Node installed, and we've been using it in a boot camp, but we've only been using it as far as like the runtime or the like running a program in the terminal. Thank you, Node. Golang geek. Mo Ali is dope, man. I wake up in the morning and I check Twitch to see if you're on. Because you're the only streamer, only programming, you're the only dev who streams that I watch in the mornings. Function, my function, argument. Set timeout. Okay, can be used to schedule code execution after designated amount of milliseconds. Alright. Let's make one of those. Let's kind of see. I mean, I have to get like DevOps. Yeah. Sorry. So these are gonna be the images, and I changed the visibility, but I guess I'd want to put these on a timer. So what I do inside this function, the other function of the timeout, or the timeout, and then inside of that, this. Let's build it outside of it for now, outside of its scope, and then we'll figure it out. So function. Console.log. Okay, so then it's gonna take all this other stuff. Depends on how you're calling it. You can have your client select paper rocker, and then start. Okay, so let me turn this music down because it's a little too hyped up for me right now. Or rather, let's just change this freaking song. How about that? Change to a little lo-fi. Something, or jazz. Let's go with the jazz. Here we go. Love me some jazz. Okay, so this is to kind of reiterate. Maybe it'll help me understand too. I'm thinking on a timer, a set timer, each image appears. So rock after a few seconds or milliseconds, paper after a couple milliseconds, scissors. I guess it would be more than a couple milliseconds, but rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I'll probably need an image of like a bang or something, and then what was I going with this? The user can press a button for rock, paper, scissors, which I don't know why it's not here. I just pulled this off of GitHub. Nope. They can click that button. So what would the time even be at there? The time would be just for the visibility of the image. So on a set timer, show rock. On a set timer, show paper. On a set timer, show scissors. Alright, let's look through this stuff. A GIF would be nice too. Yeah. The thing is, with these with projects, I'm trying to get more and more. I'm trying to get better at doing stuff and learn, because I've kind of constrained myself before to projects that were like really, like they're projects, yes, but they were so simple that I just would follow along and then it's done. I'd follow along with a guide and it's done, and I didn't really learn anything. I hope that makes sense. Now I'm trying to change it up a bit to where, yes, I follow along with something, but I'm actually learning what those functions, methods, whatever, framework, whatever it is, does. I'm trying to grow as a developer, man. Okay, so this is actually an XOwn function. Set timeout for the function. Alright, okay, I think I get it now. So we can just do most of the device because our muscle memory. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get better. Like, I'm trying to work on a lot of things right now. I'm trying to Okay, so would it be do a lot where it's like, for example, I'm trying to get better at keyboard shortcuts, right? For the system that I use, whether it's taking away panels in VS Code without looking at the keyboard, or I'm just trying to get better at a lot of different things. Um, that's the thing about me. Whenever I try to do something, I try my damnedest to be the best at it that I can be. I've always had this, and sometimes I'm not. Sometimes it don't work out. Like in video games, I can't be the best, right? But I try. So right now, I'm trying to be the best developer student that's going in for an interview that I can be. Yeah, I've looked into NeoVim. I watched Mo use it, and I think Mo uses it, and also another streamer. I linked him in the chat yesterday named Chris Wolf. He uses, I think he just uses Vim though. But either way, um, so this is actually getting passed into it, not inside of it. So we'll do. I I don't know, man. Like, and that's interesting. That's when somebody uses a new tech, it's better for them. Like I feel like I cannot dev. I can't do anything coding related in Windows unless it's research. That's it. It needs to be in Linux. I don't know why, but for some reason I just prefer this. I don't know why. I'm not even really doing anything in like the terminals that much. Um, so we do the put our function there, and then we give it a value. I guess 1500 milliseconds is how many milliseconds? Yeah, it's weird. I love and I don't know. I'm kind of good with Ubuntu. I know people say it's like a starter. It's too close to Windows, but it's not Windows just enough for me to feel good about it. Or rather, it's just good enough to not feel like Windows, to where I'm like, I'm using a different OS. I like it, and I'm cool with this. I don't know if I'm gonna advance on to another one or not. I'm looking for a milliseconds to seconds converter. So 1500 would be how many? That's 1.5 seconds. So rock, paper. Let's do 1000 milliseconds. Let's try that out. Okay. And then it'll say we're wrong syntax for what do you look, which just have a sense of terminal first. Developer friendly. What does BSD stand for again? Isn't is that like the Debian? Let me see. BSD based OS. Let's look it up here. Several operating. Berkeley Software Design. Oh, there it is. Yeah, University of California, Berkeley. Oh, Linux itself. Itself. I thought different distros of Linux were. Okay. What are you talking about here, Albie? So it looks like with using it with Node, it's just you're passing the. Let me turn the music down. I'm sorry, it's very loud. Um, it looks like with Node, you're just here. I'll put on screen so you can see. So when you're calling the set timeout function, you're just using regular parens. It looks like. So, and it looks like it's gonna display. So, and you're passing funky into this argument. Okay. What'll work? Okay. So I need to set a timeout for. I guess the next timeout would be so rock at 1 second, then the next one would be probably an increment of another 1,000 or another 1,000 milliseconds. So I'm assuming. Let's try 3. Paper. Oh, I think I get what you mean by I wrote it wrong. Maybe not. Can you explain if you can make a use like paste bin? Alvi? I don't know if you used paste bin before. Maybe you can and send a link into the Twitch chat. Maybe I'll be able to understand a bit better what you mean about specifically what you mean I'm doing wrong. Let me some more fruit real quick. Floyd Pinkerton. Hey, what's up, man? Oh, thanks for follow. I didn't know you followed me at any point. I think I stopped in your stream a couple times. How are you? I'm doing well, by the way. Hope you're doing well too. Just learning how to become a developer with the help of Twitch chat. You put curly braces after, but now it's okay. Okay, right on. I fixed that. Thank you. Sort of did, and then I saw your stream as well as. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Welcome. I'm currently trying to learn how to build a rock paper scissors page. Game. Yeah, it's going all right. We got some people in the chat. I got a job interview that I have to prepare for, and then what can I say? Can't complain. Eating some good fruit, some blueberries, strawberries, and or blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. Okay. I'm gonna move each of these. Having different mindset. Yeah, I mean, and plus since I'm so new to programming, like it definitely helps having people in that kind of like have an idea of what's going on. Um, it's kind of like when you go to the gym. I don't know if any of you all work out, but when you work out, having a buddy or what is going on here? Why are you doing this? Having a friend that to kind of help you. No wonder we're missing curly braces. Oh no, there it is. I put it inside of it. Having a friend with you kind of does something mentally for us that boosts our like that testosterone or dopamine or whatever it is. It's kind of the same with or not interviewing, but kind of what's the term? Presenting something like in front of a class or a board or something like that. You kind of have this urge as a human to do better than you usually would if you were by yourself. Same with doing like streaming, you know. Yeah, I'm still getting used to this. So where is this one? One day I'll become a real developer. Okay, so we have those functions on a. So wait, would I need to? No, it's my func. Okay. All right, so we have them on a timer. Now I want to. Okay, so they'll be hidden if they aren't. So now we have the images here. Now I need to figure out a way to put the image. Actually, we'll change. It's gonna be a rock paper scissors game. So up until this point, I've made it to where it works all with like alerts and a prompt in a browser. But now I obviously since I've made it work and it works well in that, it's time to give it like a GUI and and all of that. So you want to put the timeouts inside each function. Okay. Because you're calling the functions from HTML. Okay. I think I understand what you mean. We got more people in the chat. I assume this is C++. No, 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 no. Not C++ or C sharp. We got to follow. 1 second. Dinks. What's up, Dinks? How you doing? Thank you for the follow and welcome to the chat. To the stream, I should say. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good day or afternoon or evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Um. Yeah, thank you. Change what's going on here. Yeah, this is JavaScript. So I was working on Python, and then I started learning a little bit about C, and then I was gonna look into like Golang or Rust, but then my instructors and the head of my uh, coding bootcamp was like, "Look, we get it. You're really interested in learning different things, and you want to learn backend stuff in different languages, but it's probably best if you focus on JavaScript right now, since that's what this bootcamp is about. It's like web development and HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then React stuff and all kind of other shit. So, um, that's what. Okay, I think I see what you guys are saying. Yeah, and then like we talked about, or like I guess what you talked about Monday, Mo. I probably will look into TypeScript once my bootcamp is over in January. And again, I don't know. I might have a job before then, so maybe I just learn whatever they need me to learn and then go from there. Okay, let's look at this here. So set timeout function, curly braces, code goes here, right? 1,000 milliseconds. I think I get what you guys are saying. And I appreciate all y'all stopping by, and also for those who are saying some shit in the chat, helping out, appreciate it. So let's do this. Take these away. So set timeout function. We're set timeout, and then the function. Okay, I think I got you. Yeah, I'm not good with those arrows. Like the arrow syntax, I'm not quite there understanding yet. So inside here, set timeout function. MID. Um, I actually did this wrong. I gave the ID to the button. I don't want the button to do this. I want the images to do this. So, uh, set timeout. Little arrow syntax, huh? Y'all feeling the jazz music or what? Let me know what you think about the jazz. Oh. ID. So then we'll do this as well. Like slow jazz? I like jazz. Slow jazz is good, like kind of like that sad jazz, kind of like film noir. I like chill hop or like lo-fi beats too. Those are good. Um, good with jazz. Cool jazz is nice and elegant. Yeah, yeah. Jazz is nice. I'm glad a lot of you guys like that. If you want me to change it to anything a little different, I can. It's not a big deal. But I usually in the stream I usually run jazz, like synthwave, like runners, 80s running music or whatever, and then um okay, so set timeout, get element by ID. I don't know. See the thing. Okay, so to kind of reiterate and go over everything again, real quickly, I want on this page. I have to obviously make a board, like a box for it and everything, but I want images to be on a timer, right? And it's going to kind of go like this, right? If you're looking at the screen. So rock is on a timer. Paper is on a timer. Scissors is on a timer. And then shoot. All right. Hey, Floyd, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great day at work. Take it easy. Um, so I do want the images themselves to be on that timer. I'm not sure. Good luck in the. Thank you. I'll let y'all know how it goes whenever I set it up officially. I still have a little bit of work to do before then, but thank you. A lot of work, I guess. Like I study and stuff. So, what was I saying? No, not after a click of a button on a timer, a set timer. I guess it could be like you click a button to start the game, and then after that it'll be on a timer, and then it'll just randomly, it'll just not randomly, it'll the images will appear rock, paper, scissors. Those will be on an increment of about 1,000 milliseconds or a second. At least that's my vision. I'm kind of working backwards here, but let's keep going. I need to. That's another thing I need to add to the to-dos. Is there a selection? Um, 1 second, Mo, and then I'll try to understand your question. But for image, you need image tag. Oh, you're right. Why did I make it an at? Why did I do that? I feel like I've done this before, where I use Ahref. Albie will be definitely be more help. Yeah, no, no problem. I mean I appreciate either way, either anybody. Thank you. It doesn't need a closing image tag. So do this. Image source, right. It's all coming back, and the crazy thing is, like, I've learned a lot of this shit before, and then I went back to Python and learning C, so I started forgetting everything. All right, Mo, have a good day at work. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the raid earlier. Appreciate it. Have a good day, man. Much love, much love. Okay, and let's just delete these, and then we'll do it over again, because this is is alt text 2. Oh. Oh my god, what was that lag? Weird, man. Okay, so there we go. Got our images. So now we want. Did I put that on my to-dos? Add a scoreboard at the top of the page. Okay, are we happy with that, y'all? Are we happy? I'm happy. Computer had a hiccup. Yeah, it does have some. I mean, this is on the right monitor. I'm running my Windows, and on the left monitor, or my this monitor, my main monitor, I'm running my VirtualBox running Ubuntu. Uh, Sometimes I notice, very rarely it does stutter like that. When only in VS Code too, so it's kind of weird. Um, okay. So we have our buttons there. These have. Let's give these the IDs as well. Um, so ID rock. For anybody who's new here, by the way, that I haven't seen, I like to ask everybody what their experience with developing is. What level are you? Kind of what you do with it, all of that. So Dink, if you're still here, Dinks, if you're still here, I think you're the only other new person besides Floyd. Um, I asked Alvi yesterday, so feel free to let us know what you do, what you're developing, if it's just a hobby, a job, etc. What languages. I'll go first. I've been doing it about 5 months. Started with Python, went on to HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Went back to Python, started learning a little bit of C, and that's where we're at. Back on JavaScript. Oh, damn it! I didn't say thank you to Milo for the follow. He followed 30, or they followed 30 minutes ago too. Yeah, Milo, if you're still here, thank you for the follow. I'm sorry I didn't even get the notification like I did for Dinks. Associate's degree in programming. Kotlin, isn't that for Android development? Android app development. Nice. That's cool. That's what's up. Mine, Minecraft plugins. Okay, interesting. I always thought Java was the go-to for anything Minecraft, but clearly I was wrong. Do you stream at all? If anybody in here streams, I'll follow you as well. Um, you consider it? Okay, right on. Well, that's cool. Okay, so let's zoom out a bit here. Why does it look like it's struggling to fit everything? Okay, so now back to getting those elements by ID. We're getting the element rock. We need to put this in parens. Let's do the same for these other ones. Wait, what was it? You guys were saying something inside each set timer, timeout, get document, get element by ID. Alfie's supposed to be the guy for this, so set timeout function. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, and then So what did we do? We did. I think your timeouts are correct. Um, it looks like so. Here, let's kind of go through this, and this is what there's. Oh, okay. So you think, boom, you think that's good. All right, let's make the others. Excuse me. Document element ID. Right. So would it be? So it would be. It would just be set timeout, and then, for example, display rock, and then I mean it's not no parameters, and then 1,000, right? And then that function in turn would run after 1,000 milliseconds. It would get the ID. What do we? Okay, and then we're making the ID. We're changing the visibility of it. Think so? Okay. That's what I had at first, and then everybody was telling me to change it. Well, I mean, we could always try and trial and error, man. Display paper. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. So to clean this up, I want to put each of these under its own thing, like I had it before everybody was like going into a frenzy about me changing it. So we can always try that out. Right underneath the function that it references to. Okay. So rock, paper, scissors. I should make another one for shoot. In fact, let's find an image for shoot real quick. And like a little bang PNG. In my JavaScript, I might have accidentally copy and pasted it somewhere. Yeah, I do. You're right. Thank you. That means I probably took it away from here, though. Oh, that's not good. Let's see. No, it's still there. I must have just copied it. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't type. Oh my god, that would have been. Whoa, that would have been bad. I typed in PN. I forgot to type in the G, and then all of a sudden porn just came up. That's not good. Okay, can we delete that from my history or that's not good. um all right. Dinks, we're gonna pretend I think you're the only one here now, so we're gonna pretend like that didn't happen. Thank God images. Usually when you type in something like that, even if it's on purpose, images and videos like pop up. Luckily Safe Search was on, so nothing popped up as far as images go, just text. That was scary. That was fucking scary, man. Okay. Thanks. Thank you for sticking around. I have a Discord. It's not for me as a streamer. It's for me as a developer and other developers, people who just do it for work or a hobby, whatever. Feel free to join it. Um, Share information, ask questions, whatever you want. Talk about stuff. Share links if you want. Only thing I ask, if you do join it, keep it professional. We do have like like a 12-year-old programmer in there, a 13-year-old, and it's like if they can keep it professional, I ask that the adults keep it professional. You know what I mean? Feel free. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's all up to you. If you do, thank you. That'd be awesome. Love having people join up. Um, I'm gonna change this music up. This song kind of makes me sad. Get a little Bill Evans going, you know? Um, I wonder if actually I can make a real quick. Can I make because I'm having an issue with doing Go is a language you should learn. Yeah, apparently a lot of people like I was gonna look into that, but then I decided just for now while I'm in this boot camp focus on JavaScript. Yeah, exactly. I'm that folder I made the same day, and then 10 minutes later I was like, all right, I'll learn how to say hello world, and then I'll just go back to JavaScript. So I haven't done anything with it. Uh, what was I doing? I need to make a new branch. I think because for some reason whenever I dev in on my Linux machine here, and I try to use version control through VS Code or just version control and all on it, it doesn't work, and I'm curious why. So maybe I'll just make another branch called like actually I could do it from here, I think. Let's see. Okay. So I wish it showed like on Windows what branch you're in. Uh Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. I meant to say like I wish on Linux it showed like it does in Git Bash. Cuz I use Git Bash and it shows big old development or main or master or whatever it is, but on here it doesn't. Yeah. Sorry, that was my fault. I should have clarified. Let's see if it works with this new branch. If it doesn't, I don't know why it wouldn't. Um Maybe I just never set it up correctly. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We gotta do that. So what am I doing? Just copy it. Oh, this is an issue I was running into. I get like this issue of like password authentication is no longer a thing or something. Um, remote support password is removed. Please see. This is what I was having an issue with before, and I never. That's why it's never set up correctly because of this. SSH key. All right. 1 second. I'll do it off on Windows. Excuse me. Thank you, because I don't know whatever web page I just loaded took forever. There's no SSH account. This key will work for any repo, right? Whenever I, or is this key like an account key? All right, let's look up a tutorial here. We'll take a little break from some programming. We'll look up a little bit of Git here. Let's check it out. We'll do it together. Don't even worry about it. YouTube. I also have a YouTube where I post my VODs. You don't have to follow it or nothing. I'm just letting y'all know. In case y'all ever like see me working on something like, wait, what was he doing? This is it. Marshall B codes. All right. GitHub SSH key.
Make commits and pushing to repo no longer works. This is because as of August 13th, 2021, GitHub no longer accepts password authentication for operations. There are actually a few good reasons for doing this, such as the dangers of having passwords being reused for multiple websites. So you might be thinking, what does GitHub want me to use instead? The answer is token-based authentication. There are a few different options like SSH keys, personal access keys, and using OAuth. SSH keys are arguably the easiest to implement, so we'll focus today on using this method. We should probably talk about what's so great about SSH keys. The main reason is security. GitHub doesn't need your username and password each time when using SSH keys. Essentially, each key uniquely identifies your computer, and after initial setup, GitHub can trust that this computer can do operations. The key is sort of like your government-issued ID. There's a bit of an initial work to get your identification card, but after that, everyone who sees your ID just assumes you are who you say you are. Another nice thing about using SSH keys is that you can revoke a specific key. Since you set up a key for each computer or machine you use, by revoking a specific key, you can make sure a compromised computer, like a stolen one, won't impersonate you. And lastly, GitHub will actually remove your inactive SSH keys after a year. This is a great default for when you switch computers and never got around to manually revoking that key. Alright, now that we have a little bit more background, let's go ahead and show how to create and use SSH keys. Assuming you haven't made any SSH keys before, the first step will be to generate a key. We'll need to open up a terminal on our computer, similar to this one. We'll then need to enter the command ssh-keygen -t ed25519 and then -c, or capital C, with our email. In this case, I'm just calling it temp.
Okay. 1 second. Let me look at this link you sent. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Cool. Sometimes videos are just better than reading, man. Sometimes that's just the case. All right. I'm gonna do this on the other monitor. So, um, we're gonna turn off the old display capture so you can only see my Linux. I'll turn on the little jazz back on and just stand by while I try to figure this out. In fact, I'll probably generate this in. No, because the key would it matter which OS I generated? I might have to generate in here. Uh, 1 second. I think I have to generate it on Linux. So which is so weird because doing this in Git Bash worked perfectly fine, and I didn't set up an SSH key or anything like that. I'm going to actually just turn off the display in general. For both. So this will turn on this again. Put this over here, and I'll put on like a little YouTube video for y'all if y'all want to watch something real quick. Here, while I try to figure this out. So just get stand by for like.
Well, that was our tool chain from last week. This week is different. JavaScript.
All right, I'm gonna try to figure
I
this out.
have
So give me a second.
three
I'm sorry.
production outages named after me. 4. My job is to keep our code running while other packages are changing theirs. Should you learn JavaScript? Nope. Is there any other option? Nope. Oh look, another library was added today to patch the problems of the other 150 that were also released. Did you know JavaScript was actually written in 7 days? Such a messy language. I love it. Did you know JavaScript was actually not written in 7 days? No one ever knows what value variable is or what its type is. Now we use TypeScript and we still don't know. I'd rather use Rust or WebAssembly. They say adoption is coming. They said that 10 years ago. They say that every year, but this year is different. Is it scalable? No. Is it maintainable? No. Is it portable? Not really. Yeah, we used React. We actually used Preact. We actually used Svelte. We actually went back to vanilla JavaScript. Yeah, we're using a library for this. Well, that we rewrote to vanilla JavaScript because it wasn't efficient. We're stuck with this messy language now. I love it. JavaScript. Yeah, it's the de facto standard. Do you know there's a library for that? I wouldn't trust the, let's say, finance application with JavaScript. What our finance application does is, yeah, it's totally fine to use JavaScript, but I'd recommend using TypeScript. Not that we do. We had callback hell, and then we went to promises. Await came out, we went back to promises, and now we rewrote everything back to callbacks because it's just more comfortable. At least you know it's bad. Oh, it's probably just a quick fix. Will take me 3 to 5 days to find it. We tried CoffeeScript, rewrote our code base, tried TypeScript, rewrote our code base, and then we went back to vanilla JavaScript because it's just more comfortable. So we rewrote our code base again. Yeah, we used React, and then React 16.8 came out, and we had to rewrite everything to hooks. React 17 came out, we had to rewrite everything again, and then React Scripts was updated to version 0.4, and we had to fix everything to work with local images. And now React version 18 is coming out. We'll rewrite everything again. We rewrote our code base around 9 times this month. Yeah, you can use Redux, it's totally fine. But if you're on it, I'd recommend you use Redux Toolkit. But actually it's better to use Flux or Flumux or Fluxible. Actually, better to use recoil, not that we do. But now React came out with the hooks and context API, which apparently is better than Redux. Apparently, we'll rewrite everything again. Sometimes it just doesn't transpile. We usually rewrite our code base then. We actually wrote a custom transpiler to transpiler. It's such a messy language. We use it for our website, desktop app, mobile app, for the fridge, the Tesla. It's not actually native. I mean, it is actually native, but it's sort of not really native. It's sort of hybrid native, but some of it is native. I mean, some people use it in a native way, but we don't really use it in a native way, technically. A lot of people are switching back to native. No one has switched yet. Angular? Talk to me when you use Angular 2 or React. NPM is such a bad package manager. No one uses that anymore. NPM is such a good package manager. How many languages have one? So that major version breaks our code, but our code breaks the minor version. I still don't know how to fix pure dependencies until this day. Yarn, bit, PNPM, turbo would make sense, right? JavaScript doesn't think so. jQuery? What are you, 5? We use jQuery. Global variables? No one uses them. It must be somewhere in the window. How do you debug Node apps? You don't. You just write good code, but not in JavaScript. No one ever masters JavaScript. I get 100,000 points in Stack Overflow. I'm still a noob. Node is technically multi-threaded. JavaScript is technically performant. Our code is never safe. One day it'll blow up. Probably won't work here anymore. Probably we'll be using Rust or WebAssembly, or whatever, JS. An array is technically just an object. Objects are objects. Null is technically not an object, but objects can be null, so they technically can be non-object unless they're an object, right? So technically, null is an object. Yes. It's a bit hacky, I admit, but JavaScript is by design. Is it easy to learn? Have you tried JavaScript? Probably will be a bit hacky. Have you used JavaScript before? I don't recommend. I don't like our toolchain. Documentation? And another advantage is that it's free. So was Java before it was bought by Oracle. So we prepare ourselves by installing modules from NPM. Then we compile it to TypeScript. Then we use a transpiler called Bubble to transpile it to ES5, load it with System.js, file for bankruptcy, bundle it all up with Webpack, use it in a framework like React, and let the state be managed by Redux, or Flux, Flummox, or Fluxible, or Recoil, or whatever, JS. And voila! All of this just to avoid using jQuery, or in our case, JQuery. But that'll be probably less performant, as most of the things. This isn't our production code. It will be tomorrow, though. Probably gonna get fired again. I mean, there's really no alternative to JavaScript right now. De facto. No one really knows what the value is until we get an error. I love it. Well, try writing anything without JavaScript nowadays. JavaScript. I love it. No, I don't recommend it. Full stack boot camps. Are you recording? Is this mic working? I don't like it. So I'm a self-taught JavaScript developer. I learned JavaScript in a boot camp. Should you learn JavaScript? Absolutely. Here, I'll send you a good Udemy tutorial. Oh, there's a new library out? What's the name? I switch companies around every 6 to 9 weeks, but this time I'll stay longer.
Okay. Yeah, this stuff is
only I can fix. Yeah, we use.
I'll figure this out some other time. I won't do it on stream. This is difficult as hell. So let's clear all this stuff I typed. I'll have to probably watch a guided video or something because I don't know. I'm sorry, I haven't been looking at chat either, so give me 1 second to pull it back up. All right. Oops, I didn't mean to close that. God damn it. Display VirtualBox. This channel is gold. Oh, yeah. What's his name? Programmers Are Human, I think is his name. Or Programmers Are Also Human. This guy's funny. I get a crack out of his channel. Check him out. Oh boy. Yeah, pretty funny guy. Okay, so we'll just not worry about that right now. Some other time. what I'll end up doing is probably just taking everything that I put in the code and just transferring it over to Windows and doing it there. It's not a big deal. Like, Six God, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome. So, yeah, time to get back to what the hell we were doing beforehand. I don't remember. It's been like 40 minutes trying to figure that out, it seems like. I should probably change that. I have to add this file too, now I think about it. Shit. I have to remember to do that. If we're gonna do this, transfer this to Windows when we're done doing it in Linux. All these cables underneath this desk. Oh yeah, music. Sorry. I shouldn't have closed that browser. I had a lot of important shit open on that one, such as the music. Alright. Let's listen to. I don't feel like jazz right now. What are we feeling? Some lo-fi? I can go for some lo-fi. Lo-fi or vaporwave or city pop. Um, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find. I have a playlist here. I'm trying to figure out. Let's just do some lo-fi. Always an easy pick. When in doubt, lo-fi your way out, baby. All right. Yeah. When in doubt, lo-fi your way out. Can't go wrong with some good lo-fi. Chill hop, whatever you want to call it. Lo-fi beats, beat instrumentals, or whatever the shit's called. Beat tapes. How far am I into the project? Hell, not very. I spent most of I mean, I only been working on it a few days, I think. And most of that time was been spent trying to figure out how to properly tell the computer which one to choose when I want it to. Like I do everybody else, I asked Dinks earlier. Six God, what kind of programming do you do, if any? Is it like a hobby? Are you learning it? Are you advanced? Is it for a job? What do you do? What languages? All that. I want to know. Anybody who stops by asks this question. So, those questions. Okay. So we have our assets paper. Oh yeah, we need to change the. That's what I was doing. PNG. We're gonna rename this to. Okay. So we also want to make a function for that as well. You're learning right now? Okay, that's what's up. What languages are you learning? I'm also in the process of learning. I've been doing it for about 5 months. Going on 6 months, actually. I think it's actually been 6 months now. You're also looking for a job? Okay, nice. You probably saw my title and was curious. I just got an interview for a front-end developer job. I'm not really banking on it. Odds are I won't get it, but it's gonna be great interview practice no matter what the outcome is. So, because I mean, I'm like I said, I've only been doing this 5 months. My resume doesn't have a lot of developer shit on it. It has a lot of. I've worked in an office before for about a year, so or an office environment for about a year. So maybe they looked at that, but my developer information on there is probably not the best. But I think this might be a company that gives people, it's like a good starting place. So, um, yeah, yeah, good practice. If you want the company name, I'll give it to you. I don't give a shit. Like anybody can apply for it, right? I'm not like gonna be selfish with it. It's fully remote. It's out in California, front end developer position. So. Plus, with the way layoffs have been going for people in tech, maybe this could be the saving grace for somebody and their family. You never know. I just want to use it for practice. We'll just call it explosion. Yeah, and that's kind of how it is with every job though. You probably don't have experience in it until you do, right? So like companies know that. Canteen, what's up, man? Welcome. Um, you know what? I just got what you were saying. I just got that. Yesterday you said that. I was like, what the fuck is G Day? To me, where I'm from, G Day is like instead of saying birthday or B Day, people say G Day. Like it's just a thing people say, right? Maybe it's a Chicago thing, I don't know. But so when I read that, I was like, what is he talking about? But you're saying good day. Girth Day? No, 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 no. But yeah, Six God, it's I think I got advice from another streamer on here who's a much more senior developer. He's been doing it for some years now. He says it can't hurt to apply for any job. I've been applying for full stack engineer, full stack developer, whatever you want to call it, back end engineer, back end developer. Like obviously, if and only if it's like a language I somewhat know. If it's like C++ or C# and .NET, I haven't been applying. But you never know, man. They might be like, okay, we need an entry level person to fill this position. No experience. We'll teach them on the job, train them on the job. You might get lucky with that shit. So I say my advice to you is to just fucking send it and apply for any of these positions. Worst they can say is no. There's millions of jobs. Maybe not millions. Let's go with like hundreds of thousands of jobs. And this is for any industry. So send it, bro. I started sending it the other day, applied for like 10 different places, got an interview out of it. Fucking cool. Easy day. With no experience in programming, besides what I've been learning in my coding bootcamp that's not even done. Won't be done till next year. don't think you can set the time. Where do you? Whoa. Oh, you're probably right. I am out of. I did a little something wrong. You talking about this? Why is rock first? Wait, hold on. Why am I doing this again? This is supposed to. It's supposed to say scissors. Yeah, this is supposed to say paper. Is this what you were talking about? That little grammatical errors I was having? Okay, so rock, paper, scissors. So time out. Well, no. Okay. Explain, if you can. Display explosion. I need to clean this up too. It's a little fuck you. You're setting it equal to something else being set to equal to something. I think I see what you mean. I forgot where I found that answer at. Somewhere on Stack Overflow. I wish I could find it again. Give me a second. Try to pull it up. Change visibility of an image in JS. Document.element ID. It's pretty simple. Scroll to the page. Also, apparently, it's bad practice. Yeah. Which one of these examples did I use? Yeah, why did I do it this way? It was supposed to be just this, right? For example, let's look at the rock, right? The example that I'm looking at here just does this. Why did I do it this way? I forgot. Const image of rock. Yeah, I think you're right. Cause I don't even know where I got this from. Where did I get this from? I think I might have been looking at another example and then combined the two examples by accident. Yeah, here we go. I was looking at here. For some reason, I'll show you. I need to also turn off Stack Overflow's Dark Reader because this is kind of. Oh, that's so bright. Damn. Never mind. Fuck it. All right. So I was looking at this one, var image, right? So I just use const image of rock and then equal. I don't know why, but I did that. Equal get element by ID, and then I added it to this right here. So I combined the two by accident. Not even thinking. I must have been really tired last night when I was doing this. All right. Good catch. Thank you. I would have been fake. Document. Image rock equals visible. Well, so I'm gonna have this on a timer, and it's hard to explain. I think I'm gonna confuse myself. You guys weren't here when I was explaining this to everybody else. I want these images of rock, paper, and scissors to appear on a timer. So rock, and then 1,000 milliseconds or a second later, paper, and then same thing with scissors, and then another one for shoot, right? Those images are going to be invisible to the user until I want those images to be unviewable or to the user until those timers go. Right? Yeah, I understand it could be done with CSS, but the problem is that I'm working with JavaScript. That's the point of this, is practicing with JavaScript. To learn how to do things in JavaScript that I don't want to do, but I have to, or I might need to. That's how you get good with shit, is doing things that you're bad at and practicing it and learning how to do it. So we're doing it with JavaScript. The reason why I'm ahead of everybody in my little coding bootcamp, and not to brag or anything, and not to shame them, is that the fact that I practice the shit every day, and I do something with it every day, or I try to, right? I have the ability to, might as well try. Where'd the music go? Is it still playing? Oh, my headphones turned off. No wonder. Gotta start somewhere? Yeah, you do. You definitely do. Now, granted, this is just vanilla JavaScript, and apparently I won't be using this much longer, but I definitely do feel more confident than others in my cohort, which is not, and again, not to shame them, not to say that they're doing bad or they not doing all that they can, but I'm doing all that I can and more. So that's the go. I'm gonna take a quick break and stretch a little bit, so I can put on that Programmers Are Human channel. You could just make the statement that checks for yes, case insensitive for putting to lowercase. We'll look at that when I get back. I'm gonna take a little break. Here, I'll put on Programmers Are Human. Y'all can watch that if you want, or y'all can dip out if you feel free. It don't matter to me. I appreciate you stopping by regardless. So give me a few minutes and then we'll return for a little bit, and then I'm gonna probably end the stream after another 30-40 minutes. So Programmers Are Human. This guy's pretty funny. I like him.
Well, that was a tool change. Full stack boot camps. Are you recording? Is this mic working? I don't like it. So I'm a self-taught JavaScript developer. I learned JavaScript in a boot camp. Should you learn JavaScript? Absolutely. Here, I'll send you a good Udemy tutorial. Oh, there's a new library out? What's the name? I switch companies around every 6 to 9 weeks, but this time I'll stay longer. I can feel it. I put in a few bugs only I can fix. Yeah, we use React. It's just the best. Rust? I don't know. A lot of people use React. A lot of people use jQuery. A lot of people use JQuery. Won't be too bad. Won't be too slow. Hacky? I mean, that's how programming is supposed to be. And we're just using a library for this. And this. And this. Oh, really? Is there a Udemy tutorial for this? Can you give me the name? I've been working with it for 10 days now. I mean, all programming languages are the same. Yeah, I'm a senior full stack engineer. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is just a variable. Yeah, we're using graphics libraries for this. jQuery, have you heard of it? I guess we could rewrite it, but that'd be a lot of work. I mean, that's what libraries are made for, I guess. Yeah, I love it. It's just the best. After I introduced Perl to our company, they couldn't get rid of me. Good? I look good. Are you recording? Are you recording?
Wait.
Are we recording?
Yes.
Perl. I remember back in 19, when I was 19, I remember COBOL. I remember assembly. Yeah, I remember Woodstock. Not that I've been. We didn't have computers back in the older days. I still don't know how to use that thing until this day. But the company trusts the entire infrastructure with me. The reasons I use Perl is because I want to write scripts no one can read and no one can understand, so that I keep my job. It's sort of modern art in a way. After I introduced Pearl to our company and made it a fundamental part of our pipeline, they couldn't get rid of me. Yeah, I remember the Black Pearl. In fact, I wrote it. I remember it back in 19. Everybody says Pearl is dead. Now, while I'm still here, regular expressions. Do y'all know why the Pearl logo is to come out? Think about it. If you want to keep a stable job, learn Pearl. Is all these languages really hard? What is this, by the way?
His accent is so funny because I think he's like, I don't know where he's from. He's from the UK. He sounds, I mean, he might be from somewhere else. I don't know. He sounds like almost like Scandinavian. Um, but that one where he was just trying to do like a weird American Southern accent was definitely a little weird. Okay, new battery for my mouse. I feel like I just replaced this one, but might as well just reload. Okay. Oh boy. It's snowing outside, man. It's not really sticking. I think it's a little too warm for it to start sticking. But it definitely is snowing a bit. Alright. So let's think about this here. What was I trying to do? So we have the function get element ID style visibility equals visible. It does this on a timer. Now this timeout function doesn't it's not every second it does this, right? It just after 1 second it does it. After okay, let's go. I'm really big on like organization here, so um this will be a test if you have practiced your async and wait. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I don't know if I should. Let me look at this document that they sent me through email, and I want to see. I don't think I should pull it up on stream, but I don't think it's a big deal if I do. I have to do this shit here soon, so I actually might have to end the stream sooner. Some interview questions. kind of like screening questions. So the job is saying working with clients to develop overall look and design of the website, writing code in the HTML, C++, and Java, producing, maintaining, modifying websites, incorporating applications. Okay, I can show that part. What I will try not to do is show the company name. So let's do that. Yeah, I'll show y'all kind of what they're asking me. I don't think it's a big deal if I do this. Java. Screen display. As well as... One second, I'm sorry. Where the hell did I save it to? Golly. Downloads. Well, there's the company name. Fuck. Alright, whatever. Anyway, this is what they're asking me, right? Currently employed. Are you currently employed? Structure CSS, yada yada yada. Favorite features, HTML5. How have you implemented them? What techniques should you choose? Would you choose to motivate, disengage, employee? Like all this shit that just is just to kind of get into the next step of the interview. Can you explain the concept of CSS float and provide an example of its usage? Negotiate a bigger budget for your team. See, the questions they're asking me here lead me to believe that this is definitely a place for people who are kind of looking for their foot in the door. This is my favorite question ever. How much would you request per hour? Yeah, I see. In Java. Now they might have meant JavaScript, but I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they meant Java. They put fucking C++ on there. 8 is just spamming. Yeah, it's just pretty straightforward. So this is a company. I tried to hide it, but whatever. I know Canteen, you're too young, I think, to even worry about this right now. But you know, I think Six God was in here earlier. That might be something you might be interested in. So yeah, I'm gonna do that stuff here after, probably here in the next couple minutes. Once I just kind of push these changes through to GitHub and then do that. So you would think, right? Like it's such an easy mistake to make. CSS, C++, I mean P and S are kind of far away, but who knows? And I think one thing you have to tell people, always remember, is to remember to tell people that you may not know about something right now, but you are willing to learn it and you are good at learning fast. That's helped me in previous job interviews to get me get jobs. I would think that's the thing that helped me. Because of course you don't know a lot of shit, right? They looked at my resume. They definitely saw that I didn't have C++ or Java. So, but then again, it could be like a recruiter who fucked up their paperwork and said that. Oh boy. All right. Let's push this stuff through, and we'll work more on this tomorrow. Yeah, do that tomorrow. Let's organize it and then push it through. I feel like I do need to do that start game function. The start game function will actually, no, because we already have this function, which I'll probably change to start game, and then it'll run through the whole prompt. Okay. Yeah. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Today it was a good stream. We had a lot of people stop by, like 5 unique viewers. Dope. Actually, now that I think about this, okay. Oh, they're not even real PNGs, dude. What the fuck? Why do they do that? I have to cut this, make the background transparent. Add that to the to-do list. SVGs, perhaps.